So we were closer to restoring the Snyderverse than we thought. So I was sent this article, man. You already know. You knew. Go ahead, hit that sub button, hit that like. All right. So it says what James Gunn and Peter Safran plan to do with the DC universe is Hollywood's most interesting story. Yet one detail being overlooked is that fans of the Snyderverse, as it's known, came closer than anyone realized to restoring the DC storyline set up by Zack Snyder's Justice League. The same report that said Wonder Woman 3 from Patty Jenkins isn't going to go forward revealed that two Warner Bros. Discovery executives were keen on keeping the DC universe on the big screen going, at least for a little while. In fact, since nothing is set in stone, it's possible that some version of this universe does continue in the future, which I said that before. We can have different multiverses. When you have the Flash character, anything is possible because if anybody's ever seen Flashpoint Paradox, he can reverse time, he can go through time, anything is possible. So we can have all these different timelines going on in DC, which we should continue the Snyderverse, and I will always be hashtag restore the Snyderverse. Go ahead, jump more into it. Gunn played very well inside of it in the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker. As recently as October, Warner Bros. Heads Michael DeLuca and Pamela Abdy wanted more from the Snyderverse heroes. A Man of Steel 2 was reportedly in development, as well as Jenkins' third Wonder Woman film, which I did hear. Man of Steel 2, main villain, was going to be Brainiac. So you telling me we've all been wanting to see Brainiac on the big screen fight Superman. That's one of his greatest enemies. And we're going to get a young Superman here. All right, let's continue on. Warner Bros. Wanted this to build one last Justice League team up, with it perhaps being a chance to go out on a high note. While there was no mention of Zack Snyder's return, a key demand from the fans who want to restore the Snyderverse, they almost got more of what they wanted than anyone expected. Were it not for the COVID-19 pandemic, Zack Snyder's Justice League may not have been released. A confluence of unlikely circumstances resulted in the director finally being able to deliver his vision of the much maligned Justice League theatrical version directed by Joss Whedon. That was trash. They made Batman so pathetic in that movie, it made me mad. If you're a real Batman fan and you watched the Whedon version, you were very upset if you're a real Batman fan. Because they watered him down like he was just some crybaby punk. Anyways, let me continue on. From the director's own vision, director's own admission, his cut would have needed millions of dollars and months of work to be truly finished, making it release unlikely. So no one can really blame Snyder fans for after this victory, seeing how much more they could force DC to do. Yet things started to come out. Whedon's behavior on set allegedly crossed the line to harassment, with Cyborg actor Ray Fisher being the most vocal about the director's behavior and lack of satisfaction in the investigation that followed. Ben Affleck also told the New York Times filming Justice League was a nightmare, calling staying in the role a threat to his sobriety. Wow, now that's deep. Now I wonder if it was like that with Zack Snyder, or if that was just like that with Joss Whedon. Snyder himself seems to have moved on happily over at Netflix, making films like Rebel Moon, and a report earlier in the year found that the online Snyder Cut campaign was artificially bolstered by bot accounts. Still, even without the continued campaign, the fans online have made enough noise that it reached the highest level of Warner Bros. Pictures. DeLuca and Abdy wanted one more go-around. According to THR.com, yet Gunn and Safran may not try to do a full reboot either. However, no matter what happens with the Snyderverse, the man behind it may not even want to return to DC. Honestly, I could, you know what? And that's the thing. Like, I'm always gonna stick by Zack and them. Like, if they want, I'm restore the Snyderverse. But I'm also, if they don't want to come back and make it, yo, I completely understand, because the way Warner Bros. Did Zack, did Henry, did these characters, I completely understand if they did not want to come back. The characters in the DC universe are established, and most of the actors associated with them are popular. Changing tone or direction isn't that difficult, but perhaps harder than some thought, as Wonder Woman 1984 proves. Still, even if Gunn and Safran are working towards a clean slate, both The Flash and Aquaman and Lost Kingdom promise to last eventually with some of them. However, at no point in any of Warner Bros. Discovery plans was Zack Snyder said to return, and that's the deal breaker. The most insistent Snyderverse fans demand not just the return of Snyder, but also other things like the Air Cut Suicide Squad or Ben Affleck's abandoned Batman film. Yes, we need a solo Batman film with Deathstroke, bro. We have not ever seen Deathstroke on the big screen. He is one of Batman's greatest villains, and we've never seen Batman fight him ever on the big screen. Like, why are we not getting that? It can happen. All right. Snyder seems content in his own universe. Recently finished The Rebel Moon for Netflix, but there are many reasons beyond just how Warner Bros. Does business keeping him away. There are also no box office worries at Netflix, whereas even stars like The Rock are having a tough time post-COVID, of course. Gunn and Snyder are longtime colleagues, so the former likely knows the latter's thinking better than most. Still, despite all the reasons against it, fans who wanted the old DC universe to continue were very, very close to getting much of what they wanted. And that's the article. Listen, from everything that I'm seeing, everybody wants Zack Snyder to finish it out. Give us the Justice League 2, give us the Man of Steel 2, and give us our solo Batman movie, and then Justice League 3, which all could be, I think it could be finished out by 2027, something like that. But you can also still continue on with James Gunn universe. Like that's the one thing I would never understand, man. Why can't you just do it all at the same time? Like, why can't you do it all at the same time? Like, that makes no sense to me. We could have James Gunn's universe also while having Zack Snyder's universe as well. Like, sometimes to me it seems like Warner Bros. Is allergic to making money, because that would make a lot of money. Because we would be getting Zack Snyder's Justice League, we would be able to finish that off, which fans would be happy. And then fans will welcome James Gunn's universe, because we're like, okay, well, we got what we wanted. The fans wanted an older Superman. We don't want this young new reboot crap. We don't want it. So I think fans would welcome it a lot more if Zack Snyder got to finish his project. And I don't know if y'all been around Twitter, the internet in general. Not a lot of good stuff going around with fans of DC. A lot of DC fans are like, yo, I'm tired. I'm sick of DC. I'm done. I'm not buying nothing. I saw stuff trending that people are not going to support the new Superman film. They're going to buy Man of Steel instead of going to the movies to see the new Superman movie. Listen, at the end of the day, fans, we got the power. That's all I'm saying. You speak with your money. You don't speak being aggressive with people on the internet and threats and all that. Don't ever do that. That's not the right way to do it. You got to be a peaceful protest. You got to speak with your money. But that's dope that we was closer than we thought. And honestly, like I said a few videos back, I still believe there's hope that we can still get Zack Snyder to finish his universe. That's if he wants to finish it. And honestly, if you're asking me, Zack seems like a really nice, sincere guy. I feel like he would come back and finish it just for the fans. Not because of Warner Bros., not because of anything else. I think he would come back and finish it just because of us fans and how passionate we are with supporting him and seeing his vision come through and being finished. So I think that's dope, man. Just give it to us all, man. We could have this whole universe. We could have the multiverse, bro. The multiverse. Just give it to us all. We want it. Warner Bros., you would be making bank. You would be making bank if you did a multiverse and Zack Snyder was still there, and then bam, you got James Gunn's universe as well. I mean, sounds like a good idea to me, man. Post your comments down below. Let me know what you guys thought, man. If you enjoyed my reaction, make sure you hit that like, drop that sub, turn on the notifications, because we're doing these videos daily. I really hope DC gets it together, man, because like I said, I'm just a tired DC fan. I'm a tired Marvel fan. Like I really don't care about anything either companies are doing. I'm just not excited for anything because a lot of the stuff just I'm just not excited like I used to be. Hopefully that gets fixed soon, man. Catch y'all on the next 100,000 subscribers. It's grind time. Let's get it.